Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? These times have certainly been very challenging for each one of us. There could have been a battle going on inside ourselves, and there could have been a lot of free time, a lot of space, a lot of time to binge watch or play games or connecting virtually. Right? Face-to-face interaction is completely gone and it's all virtual. These times have certainly made us realize a lot, maybe the value of each person, of each exposure that we had, of the freedom that we had of moving out, which was really never taken for granted because that was just what it was. That was just the most obvious. Each one of us are going through this for the first time. And each one of us have our own coping mechanisms as well. So which coping mechanism are you operating with? And what are some of the challenges that you've gone through in this time? The challenge could be anything, but what's important is how have we dealt with that challenge? How have we come out of it stronger? I've gone through a lot of guilt for sure. So during this whole time of the lockdown, while we all were quarantined, I was actually self-quarantined because of a injury that I had on a pre-operated area, and because of that I actually had to isolate from myself from my little one, because with the kid you don't know where he puts his hand, and head is a very sensitive area, right? So I of course did feel guilty of not being available for him, but that was the only option I had because I had to look at the longer term perspective and getting fine. So in that whole time which I had by myself to actually deal with the physical injury and its impact on my body, I had a lot of time to just be with myself, and it was all about centering myself. So when I knew there was no other way out and I had to deal with it strongly, I kind of wasn't even taking coaching sessions, so I kind of became my own coachee. It was a self-coaching journey that I was going through, and self-awareness is something that I really vouch by. I feel that's something that connects us with ourselves and our purpose and keeps us moving forward in whatever path we choose for ourselves. It's how happy we are with our own decision. It's how much peace we are at with our own decision, or with whatever we do, howsoever we're consuming our time, howsoever we're dealing, and how are we evolving with those experiences that we have, with those challenges that we have. So in this time of lockdown, even when things have opened up, we know there's still a long way for us to go. We know we're still in the comfort of our homes, and that is really a comfort zone, right? So we all have different zones that we operate from. One could be a comfort zone. One could be a zone which comes immediately after the comfort zone, which is a little bit of discomfort. And the moment we enter that zone, when we put ourselves in a little bit of discomfort, a lot of growth is possible as well. And then we have a zone which goes way beyond discomfort, when even someone tries to push us there by telling us some hard-hitting truths which we don't have buy-in to. We end up going in that zone of withdrawal. So when we talk about these three zones, which start from the comfort zone to the zone of growth to the zone of withdrawal, that zone of growth comes to us when we put ourselves to a little bit of test. And in these testing times, we have an opportunity, we have a chance with us to discover what is it that makes us uncomfortable, and maybe let ourselves be uncomfortable while we might have even been. But what is it that we're learning from it? How far are we spreading our wings and flying? So it's all about how we perceive something, and also about the responses we have. Are we willing to respond to a situation, or we have an instant reaction, that stimuli that just comes instantly without giving much of a thought to it, because that's a natural way of behaving. And yes, that comes from various beliefs we carry about ourselves or those around us. Those beliefs could be around relationships. Those beliefs could be around how someone perceives us or how we perceive ourselves. So if you just look slightly deeper, with a slightly deeper eye into that belief, what else could emerge out of that belief? What is in that belief that could hold you back? And what is in that belief that could help you go further? What is it that you choose? By the end of it, it's all a matter of choice. What do we wish to believe? What do we wish to do with that belief that we're holding on to? It might sound easy because it's just what we wish to do and what we choose. But it's actually when our mind, our inner voice has a bind to that. Our conscious knows what we want. Our conscious knows what our mind wants. And we come into being a whole identity when our mind, body and soul merges into one, and we understand ourselves in a way that nobody else can. It's all about dancing in the tune of what your heart desires and what you know you're really capable of. So which journey would you like to take on to now? How would you like to evolve out of the challenges of time that have been surfaced out? It could be a lot of isolation. It could be a lot of comfort and eventually enjoying whatever we have. It could be anything, and to each individual its own. There is absolutely no right or wrong. Everyone goes through different phases, the ups and downs, the bell curve that we talk about, the curve that we even talk about in terms of flattening and falling down for the virus and the number of cases. So what are you doing with your own bell curve at this moment? Is it taking you up? Is it taking you down? And these are certainly movements that keep on happening. There are ups and downs. There are different responses that we have in the form of flight, fight and freeze. We freeze up on certain emotions and reactions. We fight for some, and for some we just take a flight. So what can you become aware of now? What can you become conscious of now? Knowing that these challenges are there. I've had coaches and even friends, right, for whom businesses have stopped. They have a huge bunch of people to pay salaries to. There are fights happening between partners in terms of what to do, what not to do. The business is not going through. This is how the economy is right now. And that is our current reality. But in this current reality, we all have the scope of making it a new beginning. So what are those habits? What are those beliefs? What is that lifestyle you want to take forward with you? When even that moment that we're waiting for, when things just get all fine and the virus goes away and we have our freedom, we get to move out, we have the same amount of exposure, that would come, but nobody knows how much time. So how are we utilizing this time is what I would like to leave you all with. That's a food for thought. Let's see how can we keep converting any challenge that comes our way into an evolution and that exponential growth that we are capable of, just like that virus is. So let's fight it out. COVID to courage. Let's build on to this resilience that is waiting to come out and show out in each one of us. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a great evening.